In 1990, I went to the Texas Folklife Festival to tell stories, and met a woman who was an interpreter, a deaf interpreter, Lynn Staton. It's hard for me to even say her name. I was amazed by her. I was telling stories bilingually, and some of them entirely in Spanish, and she was out there in that blazing hot sun, following right along with me. Paul and I had been to winter tales, and a lot of us were involved in going up to Oklahoma to the winter tales, and we'd seen the interpreters there and the extra dimension that they add to a storytelling concert, and we'd been talking about it. And then I met Lynn, and I asked her if she would be interested in coming up to North Texas and being part of our festival. She was busy that March for the coming festival, but she sent a couple of people that were colleagues of hers to come up in her stead. And then after that, she came back year after year. And somewhere in the year after year part, she changed her name. That's why I said it's so hard to say Lynn, because everyone knows her now as Kate Rosado.
She went from Lynn Staton to Kate Rosado.
Overnight, sort of. Anyway, it doesn't matter what we call her, we love her. And she's been a part of the Texas Storytelling Festival since 1992. The other part of that is Joel Hill. And his first year as an interpreter was 91. And he came to us through friends in the Dallas Storytelling Guild. V. Williams taught at Stonewall Jackson Elementary School, which is at least then it was the DISD school for deaf education, and he was an interpreter there. And Joel's been with us since 91. 91, his first year, that was the year that Carol Birch was first featured on our stage. Carol Birch did a story called The Dancing Skeleton. And probably for many of us, it's one of the few things I ever saw, because I was always running around somewhere else, but I saw that story, and Joel, at some point early into the story, he became that dancing skeleton.
He was the dancing skeleton.
He embodied the dancing skeleton. And the way I remember it anyway, about halfway through the story, she paused and gestured to Joel and had him come up and finish the story with her side by side. It was magic.
It was magic.